In a game where nothing much has been happening for the past few weeks or so, Overwatch decided, hey, let's actually give the players some new stuff to play with. And it's weird because I kind of wish they didn't. Not because they made some really stupid changes or anything like that, but because they made no changes at all, even to the Lunar New Year event. Although, that was to be expected because that event hasn't changed since, I want to say 2022 when Prop Hunt was added. Even then, it wasn't a new mode because it was added for Quest Watch. The mid-season patch was truly no more than a nothing burger, only really having one change that actually might make an impact, which I'll talk about in a minute, but first I've got to address something pretty big. We hit 1,000 subscribers. Honestly, I can't thank you guys enough. I'm actually lost for words. All I can say is a huge thank you because this is crazy. I don't know if I'll do a 1k sub special yet or not, but for now, let's talk about the mid-season patch. Mind you, there isn't really much to talk about. If you're new here, the way I usually structure these videos is via roles, starting with tanks and working my way down to supports. So, tank changes. Not a lot if I'm going to be honest with you. Ramatra's base armor has been increased from 75 to 100 to make him a more viable pick in a brawl comp. Winston's Tesla cannon now has more ammo, going from 100 to 120, and does more damage on a secondary fire shot, increasing from 50 to 60, but his ult is 12% more expensive now. And Hazard... that's it. That's enough. A 1 second increase on his leap's cooldown. What, have you accepted defeat and that's why you're not balancing your heroes, Blizzard? Like, what's going on? Are you guys okay? This is such a nothing burger of a nerf. We're still gonna get ripped in half by him, albeit a tiny bit slower. But that's besides the point. He's still stupidly strong. Moving on to DPS, again, not much has been changed. Echo's focusing beam has had its base damage per second increased from 50 to 75, meaning that enemies above 50% health will take slightly more damage from it than they used to. Tracer also had the spread on her pistols decreased by 15%. That's it. That's literally all there is for DPS changes. You know when I said this patch was a nothing burger at the start of this video? Yeah, this is exactly what I meant. No wonder no one else is talking about this patch. There's not enough to talk about in order to push the video to 8 minutes so they can stick mid-rolls in. Well, that and the fact that everyone else is playing Marvel Rivals. Finally, let's talk about the support changes. All 3 of them. First change. Ana's Biotic Grenade does less damage and healing now, going from 90 down to 75. Second change, Iliari can now heal slightly more with her secondary fire, because the duration has been increased from, wait for it, 3 seconds to 3.5 seconds. Wow. A whole 0.5 of a second. What a drastic change. The final change was to Juno, nerfing her ult again by making it last 8 seconds rather than the previous 10, and the damage amplification has been tweaked from 35% to 30%. I mean, the ult's pretty strong, but I don't think it's because of the damage boost. It's still acting like Sen's Transcendence with a damage boost. It's dumb. Although if you nerf the healing, then people are going to be like, man, why did you nerf the healing? It's a lose-lose. But that's just about it for the patch notes. The only other things they mentioned in the patch notes were the Valentine's event coming back and an update to OW Classic Moth Meta, confirming that it's going to be back on September 2017 patch and have more maps and heroes. OG Sombra is one of those heroes that they're adding back in the event, so I think I'm going to give this one a skip. It's not that I hate her, it's that I can't be arsed dealing with that amount of bullshit. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm going to ask you to subscribe and leave a like on this video as it lets me know that you've enjoyed it and want to see more. Finally, have a nice day or night if you're watching this at night, and make sure you check out some of my other videos. Not only will I appreciate it, but you might too.